the ultimate team.
Welcome, everybody, to Sunday Night Live, Keto Rockstars. And tonight, we have a very special guest. Well, we have Butter Woman, who is also known as Erin Booby Goats. Welcome, Erin. And of course, you know me as Keto Rockstars Bacon Woman. And if you already haven't subscribed, I think everybody here already is subscribed to Erin's channel, but I posted it in the chat. So please, if you haven't, let's say hi to a few people if you don't mind, Erin, before we get started. We have Carrie. He's always here early. Thank you, Carrie. And Carnivore Helix is here. Welcome, Helix. Hope you're doing well tonight. We have, let's see here. We've got, oh, they were having a long chat before we arrived. Lynn, 22Q Cat, the OG, YouTube fan. She's been here a while. Sharon Steadfast is here. Welcome. Kelly, our good friend Kelly, the homesteader, is here. Welcome. Mannix Gaming is in the house. Welcome, Mannix. Let's see. Schmoovy, who is my neighbor. I think that's John. John, right? Schmoovy, who lives in the same county as me. We gotta plan a meetup. Tanya, Kitchen Witch is in the house. I don't know if I get your comments either. So that's another interesting thing. So Wendy the Feral Grandma's here. Holly Springer is here. Jerry liked the song. Thank you. Welcome, Jerry. I hope your chili that you made tonight is tasting good. I'm a little jelly about that. And yes, this is Booby Goat. Booby Goats. Booby Goats. I don't know if I said hi to Holly. I think I did. Hi, Holly. Welcome. Okay, so I think that's everybody that's here so far. A couple of announcements, and then we'll get started with Erin. First of all, Jerry, I owe you a thank you for your card and your support. My husband opened it and he came into my office while I was working and he was crying, literally. He's like, he doesn't understand what we do here on YouTube. And your support, Jerry, helped me purchase this book, this textbook, which I've already peeked at it and I'm sure I won't understand because it's a lot of science. But this is for the kilts class. So I have to say thank you. I also need to say thank you to Dr. Kiltz himself and Alia and Dr. Nelson because first of all for having me on the live stream and second of all for admitting me free of charge into the Kiltz coaching program to help me realize my true dreams, which is not to be a YouTuber but to be a coach. So that was pretty awesome. That was the greatest gift ever. Another announcement, pajama party, Friday, 8 p.m. Julia Edens is hosting. And so be there or be square. I'm going to skip my PhD class to I'm playing hooky. Juliet is too, so I'm throwing her under the bus. But I'll try to get that live stream up right after this. Another quick announcement. I lost my Amazon affiliate link earlier this week because I did not have 3 purchases in 180 days, which is sad because that's 6 months, right? You should be able to get someone to buy something from you. So I put up, I got a new one. I wrote them and I got a new one. It's not the same one, but I got a new one. So I need 3 purchases in 180 days. So I do on my page have a little like Google Doc of some things that I purchased. And if you wouldn't mind just checking that out, there will also be some links automatically dropped in the stream. If you want to do me solid, like Lugol's 2% iodine is on there. Most of us are buying that and using it anyway. So next time you order it, maybe just click on that link. I'm not a very good salesperson, which is why I'm not good at doing this stuff. But if you see anything on there, and Christmas is coming up, and I got a lot of cool things on there too for that. So, oh, and one final announcement. Does anybody watch Landman? Landman, the show about the oil rigs on Paramount Plus. The first episode, season 2, Billy Bob Thornton gets up there and starts talking about Kellogg's and how big big grocery is crap. So if you guys watch Landman, you got to watch that first episode. All right, those are my announcements. Um, Aaron, welcome. How are you doing? Tell us.
Good. How are you?
I'm awesome. I've had a fantastic week. It's been crazy. It's been crazy.
I've had a terrible week. I got my first episode of pink eye I've ever had my whole life. I went to the doctor finally because I was like, I can't. It's not getting better, and he gave me like a bunch of pills because I've got like a bunch of fluid in my ears and it's draining down my throat. My throat was really sore and red. So now, for the first time in like, two and a half years, I've had to add back in carbs on my carnivore diet journey. And the carbs, oh my gosh. Kefir. I've
So,
never had kefir before. Kefir was very plain. It was gross yogurt and it's sour as hell. But I had to have some of that because like I'm killing all my gut bacteria. All my stuff is like amoxicillin type crap, you know? So I tried that and I also got the Greek yogurt that had the
the
live
bacteria, yeah.
the good bacteria in it. So Cabot, of all places, makes a really nice. It's nice. Like I used to hate Greek yogurt that was plain, but I absolutely love it now. It's delicious. It's probably because of the carbon in it.
Yeah. Is it sweetened or unsweetened? It's probably got a
Um,
little bit of sweetened taste, so
unsweet. It's still like that weird, horrible, but it's a different texture and everything. So I'm just like, oh man, this is pretty good. I better like back off on it because I know how I am with carbs. So it's just like, only
yeah.
one cup of yogurt for today. It's
It,
awful.
it's funny you brought that up because I always had sinus problems too, and every time I get a cold, I get pink eye, and it's because my sinuses are so small, it just pushes out through my eyes, and I get an infection. So I've had pink eye a lot. So that's why you were wearing the glasses earlier this week.
All week. Yeah.
I thought you had migraines.
Oh, I
I would,
do. I get them. I get weather migraines, but that was I
yep.
got pink eye because Nixon had came home from school and he had pink eye, and I took him to the doctor. I got the drops for him, and I sort of was using them too, but it didn't work out faster for me, so it had to do something with my cold that I had,
Uh,
sinuses and the pink eye, so I had to have
so
double.
how's your stomach? How's your stomach doing on the antibiotics?
Oh, it's so weird. Okay, for like the first, like I took it 30 minutes in, right? And my tummy starts to do this weird bubbling. And I'm like, oh my gosh, no, no. Because, one of the symptoms or to take the pill is it could be diarrhea. And I was like, I don't want diarrhea. But I haven't had it. It's just, I'm getting really sad because I think it's my gut, like good gut bacteria dying. And I'm like, oh, it's dying. you know? I can feel it crumble. So I've been a carnivore since March 3rd, 2023. I'm a mom of 10. For those that don't know, I have 5 boys and 5 girls. My oldest just turned 19 and my youngest just turned 3. So yeah, they're like in between. I think the closest I've got are like 17 months apart for like my middle kids, Eloise and Petrus. They were the closest. They're like little bookends and they're still the best of friends. And during those pregnancies, with my third pregnancy, I was diagnosed with gestational diabetes. And so the nurse calls me back and I'm like, what is gestational diabetes? Oh God, it's the end of the world. So I had to like Google it. Okay, looked it up a little bit. I'm like, oh, it's kind of like diabetes. It'll be all right. I didn't even know what diabetes really was anyway. So I go and I talk to this nurse and she was like, we're going to take you to the nutritionalist and we're going to talk to the nutritionalist about like what are you eating. And I remember like I don't even remember what I ate like the day before, type deal. So I had to like run through my head real quick. And I was like, oh, I'd love to have bagels for breakfast, tons of cream cheese. She was like, tons of cream cheese, and I was like, tons of cream cheese. And then usually when I make the kids peanut butter jelly, I'll have peanut butter jelly. And then for dinner, I'd usually have like protein, a vegetable, and like I don't know, rice or something, some starch, because that's the healthy way to go. And that's what I was eating. And so they hand me these booklets. They're like, no, that's good. Just change everything out with whole grains and try to like keep your carbs down. I forget because it's been so long since I've actually done that. Like looked at this booklet. I found it the other day though. It's almost like on my plate now. You know how it's set up. So there's like that little cup of dairy and all that stuff. But anyway, I was like, okay, great. This is great. This is the guide to what I need to eat to keep my sugars down because I do not want insulin. I don't want to inject it. I don't like needles. So it's a whole thing. So I'm just like, okay, I'm going to follow this, what they told me, and check my blood sugar and do it all right. So like the first meal, I make the right meals that they told me to make. I bought the stuff they told me to buy. My sugars were still very high. It was like 140 or something for the first week. And they were like, we're going to put you on, it wasn't metformin at the time, it was glyburide. We're going to put you on some glyburide, just low dose and see how you do with it. And I was like, well, then I failed. What did I do wrong from what they told me to eat? And so I
Right.
decided to take out, the starches, because those are carbs. And I just left in meat and vegetables. And that's what I ate. And what happened was they took my glyburide dose and they were like, we're gonna have to have you cut it in half because it was like out of one or something. I don't remember. It's been so long. He's like, he's gonna turn 15 or 16.
Wow.
I don't know. It's not that long. That's a while ago. So I was just like, okay, so I had to cut the tablet in half because at my when I took my blood at night and into the morning, your fasting blood sugar was like at 60, and I was complaining of dizziness. And they were like, we're going to cut it down because that glucose that rises in the morning or whatever, mine does that. And so they just thought it was just my sugars in general, I guess. And they put me on that. But from doing that, with him, I was able to lose, I lost weight. I lost like 20 pounds while pregnant, which is nice because I usually would gain like 50 to 60 pounds during pregnancies.
Mhm.
And then that was how I figured out the system basically. I had that aha moment, like the doctor just told me what to do and it's not working. What's going on? Type deal. Like, what are they trying to do? But I didn't like actually put the puzzle pieces together, like, oh my gosh, this isn't right. They're killing people and they're cutting off feet, basically, like with diabetes advice. And I'm like, oh my God. But those pieces didn't come together because I was very, very spacey and a lot of walking in the cloudness. But I was able because I think because I am a girl, if I was a boy, I'd probably be like, probably diagnosed with, I don't know, is it ADHD now or something? I
Yeah,
have it.
me too. Me too,
But
I'm sure.
well, yeah, like you could, because I look back now and I'm like, oh my God, how did I do that? How did I get through stuff? But I didn't have the sense to just be like, okay, well, I'm going to just eat this normal way because I have a great grandmother that had her legs cut off because of diabetes. She was a really thin lady, but she was like, heavy drinker. So she lost her legs. And I didn't just think about, because they would tell you after you have the baby, the gestational diabetes is gone because it is. And they just had to check the baby's blood sugar before it ate or after it, 2 hours after it eats. And then you're good, basically. So I would right away after I had a baby with the gestational diabetes, I would just be like, I'll have some pizza because you haven't had pizza in like forever. And those would be like the things that I would eat. And I wouldn't think about, man, it never just occurred to me that I lost weight during pregnancy just eating vegetables and meat because it really didn't matter to me. What mattered to me was I always thought, I didn't feel like as good as I feel now, but I was like, I feel good. I got this beautiful baby. I don't really care. I'm nursing it. You need more calories, whatever. So little Debbie's fine, bring them in or whatever. But I would always walk, exercise a lot after, and then I'd lose the weight. I'd lose about 60 pounds. And then 18 to 22 months later, another one's coming. So, but in
So,
between that time, okay, go ahead.
does the diabetes just go away once you're not pregnant anymore?
Yeah, it goes away. But they tell you to, in 10 years, you probably should check it because it usually shows up in 10 years, or your kids they're susceptible to it, you know? It's
Yeah.
diet. It's diet.
Yeah, it is. And so let's see, how old is your youngest?
She's 3.
So you haven't had a baby in 3 years and no diabetes now because of
No,
carnivore.
yeah. After I had Rocky, let's see. I actually, the last time they weighed me, and they took my blood too, so I could probably, next time I do a blood panel, take both of them and look at them, because they did, like, I had a really cool doctor, and she did everything. She just had all the work done when I was pregnant with her, so it kind of looked like my kidneys were dying, honestly, when you look at this. So I need to go through it and, like, look at it again. But I was, like, 260 something pounds. I have her, so I lost maybe 30 pounds, but I gained it all back pretty quickly. And it was damn little Debbie's and all that crap. Little Deb. I'm not a big sugar eater. I never really was because of all the gestational diabetes that I had to go through. So it wasn't a big deal, but like I don't know. There used to be like hot coffee, and I hated donuts, so I wouldn't eat donuts. It gave me headaches, which is another thing. Like, does anybody have that? You have a donut and you have a headache? I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one. It's just like, I can't do this anymore. I got to get back to exercising, walking, doing whatever, And I was like, but it was February and kind of in winterish here, but it doesn't get that cold, but some days are kind of cold. And I was sitting there taking care of the baby, and I was watching YouTube, and I used to watch a lot of homesteaders, and this guy was talking about, I'm going to do this thing called the carnivore diet. Maybe it'll cure my Lyme disease. And I was like, the what one? What is that? He's not going to be able to poop, or if he does poop, he's going to poop huge loads. What is this? This guy is going to die in front of his family. I think I'm going to subscribe and let's watch it happen. And my kids are like, what is this? Why are we watching this? And I'm like, I don't know. Let's see what happens to this guy in 30 days. And he never actually told us what happened to him in 30 days, if he felt better or not. He just did his like everyday homesteading stuff. And I'm guilty of that too. I will have titles and I'll just like be feeding chickens and not even answering questions. I think it's great. I think it's funny in a way. So then I get suggested, I see this Dr. Berry guy every once in a while with his finger. And I'm like, one day there was really nothing to watch. And I clicked on it. And I was like, if I'm making fun of it, I better kind of learn about it, right? And he just started talking about carnivore, and one of his videos, he was like, wouldn't you like to lose 30 pounds in 30 days? And I was like, yes. You got me, man. So I got a notebook out. I got a paper and pencil. I got everything. And I was like, okay, I'm taking notes. I haven't done this in years. Let's do this. And I was like, electrolytes, need to get that. And then I was watching Laura Spath too, and she was like selling her one. I forget what they are because I don't buy them anymore. The one with the maltodextrin in it. I bought those because I didn't know.
Element,
yeah. And I got those, and I bought a pack, and then they gave you a free pack, so that gave me 30 days, like one a day, And I'm like, yeah, I'll do this. I can do 30 days. It'll be fine. And I started March 3rd because it was the beginning of Lent, and I'd like to give up stuff. So I'll give up drinking because I haven't even started yet because I'm still nursing the baby. And I'll give up the meat. Or wait, meat on Fridays? Or no, give up carbs. Yeah. Give it up carbs. And I thought, that'd be a good one, right? Sure. And it was really weird because I heard, you're watching all this carnivore stuff. And they're all talking about the inflammation goes down, the inflammation. And I'm like, okay, yeah, inflammation, whatever. And I wake up out of bed like the third day, and I'm like, what is this? I'm like, I literally kind of jumped out of bed. I do that a lot because it's like a yoga pose to get back up. You like bend your legs forward and you pop up. Anyway, I did that, and I'm like, oh dang, my knees don't hurt. What is this? And then I started walking, and I'm like, nothing kind of hurts. My lower back hurt a little bit, but that's because I've always had back pain. I'm not a very strong person. I had the epidurals with a lot of the kids. Flash was the only one without it. And Loretta, I had the epidural, but it fell out. And when she'd be the 9-pound baby.
Ouch.
Yeah. And so one of the things we're having the epidural is like you might have back pain the rest of your life. And it's like, whatever, I'm signing the paper, I don't care at that point, you know? So yeah, I had the back pain. So maybe a week later I wake up and there's like no pain. I'm not in pain at all. And I'm like, whoa, what? Like, this is weird. I was like, this is weird. This is really weird. And I was talking to my daughter Loretta. I was like, this is so weird because I feel really good and I'm doing what people aren't supposed to be doing. I'm eating fatty red meat. What is going on here? She's like, I don't know. Maybe you should tell somebody. And I was like, yeah, maybe I should. But I didn't get on the I'm going to tell people about what I'm doing bus until later on. But yeah, after I ran out of my 30-day trial of the salt stuff, right before I actually ran out, I was like, I'm going to order some more. So I tried the Redmond salt this time, which I also hear might actually have that in it as well to keep it from anti-caking. I'm not sure. So I got to think about Redmond's though. Like I reached out to them just to get like free stuff. Keto Chow gave me free stuff, and the other one gave me free stuff. But Element gave me free stuff, but the Redmond salt, they were like, no. So I was like, yeah, no, I can get my own sea salt and grind it myself.
Right.
So yeah, I did that. Okay. So that was like kind of my story a little bit, and I haven't stopped every 30 days, but I did I set kind of a goal. So on Easter, I was like, you can just do whatever you want on Easter because I wasn't really into it yet. And I did have some candy on Easter and I felt terrible. Like I had shakes. Like you haven't been with like carbs forever. Like that's how you're gonna shock your system and die. Okay, you don't do that. I did that. I was like, I'm never eating this again. I feel so gross. Oh, it was awful. And then I think a few more months into it, I wasn't really, well, I was still really carnivore, but it was like I made spaghetti for the kids, and I was like, I'll have some spaghetti with the meatballs, it's fine. And I had some, I didn't have a lot. And the way I felt after I had carbs, I was like, is this what everybody feels like? It was horrible. It was like I couldn't function. I was like a stoner on a couch, you know? You don't want to do anything and you don't want to move and you can't move and I wanted to move and I was just like, ugh, I feel so gross. Like it wasn't worth it. And that was like the biggest aha. I was just like, I'm not doing it. Mm-mm. I'm not
Did your pain come back? Did you have pain, like physical pain, like your back pain?
like the next day or something? Yeah, it did. It hurt the next day and I didn't like that. And it's like once you experience that pain, it's like, why would you even cheat? You know, like, oh, I'm not. You got to think about the next day about how horrible it is. How horrible. That's what you do. You're like, this stuff's gross. It makes me feel bad. You have to say it, and you say it out loud. Say it proud. I do it all the time, and everybody looks at me funny, especially when I'm in stores or at the restaurant. And my husband tells me to be quiet. You have to do it. It's okay, because if you see it, you'll say it, you'll do it.
Yeah.
You won't.
Yep.
You know? You gotta do whatever works for you and tricks, I guess. Because I tried to do carnivore with my kids because I was like, if this is making me feel really good, it's gonna make the rest of them feel really good. But it's really hard because my husband he's a sugar addict. He doesn't like to admit it. You can't really tell people these things.
So is he not doing this with you? Is he just eating normal?
He does it during the week and then like on his day off, because this is how I got him to do it. I was like, you can have your cheat meal or whatever. You can do that. But he came from a family that did dessert all the time. They're into sweets. So he will bring home the little Debbie's for the kids and stuff at night. And I'm just like, this is such a bad idea. Stop. It's terrible. It's gross stuff. I keep telling him but he will do it on the weekends with them. He'll let them have whatever. And I'm just like, it's just it's messier when they have whatever, you know? Like, I
Mhm.
tried my best to get them pretty low carb. They did do carnivore for a month, and they did a lot of keto for like 2, 3 months. But my oldest kids, like, I wish I knew about it, like when all of them were about Rocky size, because this would have been awesome. But now I gotta like fight them all the time about stuff. I'm like, this is awful. We can't do this. Or if you want spaghetti, I gotta make the spaghetti. Nothing is good, you know. Ah, they don't know because they don't see. But I see. I see that um, this this way of eating opens up a lot of potential for people. And when my brain started to work better too, I was like, inflammation going down. You know,
Right?
I can remember stuff. And I see people sometimes that are like, I've been doing carnivore for a while, and then all of a sudden I feel like I'm back to the way I was. And it's like, I think it's something to do with your gut microbiome. And it's like the sugar demons are dying and they make you feel worse for a little bit before you feel better too. It's like crazy. I've, I've done this too long probably, but I'm not going to stop. I
Not
like,
either.
I like it. I
I'm
like
not
the way
either. I do
and
too.
you disappeared. Where'd Amy go?
Okay, hold on. I think the stream. Hold on, let me get her back. Okay, we're back.
Okay.
Actually, while we're back, I'm gonna say hi to a few people because we've had like 20 more people join the stream. So far, 32 are watching. Hi, Gary, Tanya, George, all the way from the UK, Michael, Anne, Brian Dish, Juliet, Paul, my volleyball brother, Rick, CB's in the house. Welcome, CB. I hope you're doing well. Peter, Papa Carnivore's here. Welcome, Peter. Thomas, Target Prime Rib, Dustin, Russ, the homesick Buckeye. Did you watch that Notre Dame game Saturday? Because we were awesome. I just have to tell you, we were awesome. Rick, Twin Brook Acres, not Quack Quack Rick. And I think that's it. So thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. And also CB says about to make heart attack drumsticks. I just had heart attack chicken tonight. So
Oh,
so what else, Aaron? So you've been doing this carnivore lifestyle since 2023 and
oh, well, it should
you,
have started late. Like, I was like 260 something. And I did get down to like 160 something, 65 maybe. I gained like 20 pounds since then. But wait, but I look the same, guys. So I'm just like, I don't know if either my scales busted or I did actually start adding in more fat when I probably shouldn't have. But I felt so good. Like, my brain was on fire when I started eating more fat. But it doesn't work well for me. So now I'm like, every time I play with this diet, I always get the bad part of it. Like, I did the
me too.
sardines for 2 weeks. I do sardines for 2 weeks, and then I gained like 10 pounds. I lost that, and then I did. I don't know. I do a lot of different stuff. Either I will gain weight or lose weight, and I'll start like pumping iron just to get more muscles. You know what's funny? My experiment when I started to do that, and I had my muscles like show up because I was like, yes, muscles finally. And I haven't been working out forever, and they're still there. They didn't go away after I made them come on. So that's my experiment so far with carnivore, because it's probably all the protein.
Yeah, but you're also you just because you're not lifting weights like exercise wise, you're going outside and you're lifting buckets of stuff and you're like I've seen you bang a hammer on your lawnmower, dude. I mean, that's like you're getting that's exercise, you know?
That was like probably one of the baby goat shows. Sad thing. I'm not buying another one. Do that. And I cut trees. And today I was moving 200 pounds of feed. And I was like, I can't get the cart to go down so I could push it. What's going on? Because I weigh less than the 200 pounds. It's a victory thing. It's like, oh yeah, I do. I weigh less. Carnivore.
We have
nice.
a question. We have a question, but it's not a question. But Thomas wants us to say hi to his roommate because he is watching. Hello, Tom's roommate. Thank you for tuning in. Uh, so yeah. So what's your favorite? I think I know the answer to this, but what's your favorite meal?
My favorite meal? I don't
Uh-huh.
know. I like to eat. You know,
I
I
do
I can't
too.
say it's a meal. I do love chuck steaks. They're like my favorite because they're cheap and they're fatty and delicious. But oh gosh, I think the fatty coffee is like a meal, and I absolutely love it. Oh, too much, too much.
How do you make your fatty coffee?
Mine is I just take 2 egg yolks and one of these babies. I fill it up with coffee, and then I add like maybe a tablespoon of butter, and I just immersion blend it, and it's fine. It's great, and it does like this is a 6 cup holder, so it does like 6 cups of coffee, and that fills me up all day. And then like I don't know, I just like whatever's on sale. Steak wise, I love steak. I love a nice thick steak. Oh man, I don't care what it is. I don't even care if there's no fat on it. Nice red meat, it's fine. I got enough fat on me, you know? So it's fine.
So I'm like you. I'm so glad you mentioned that because I'm like you, Aaron, in that everyone's. I ended up on the carnivore scene. What, like just over 120 days ago, something like that. I've been keto for 8 years though, right? Strict. And the minute I go carnivore, I start gaining a ton of weight because I wasn't as high fat as I am now because you got to replace something with something. So I'm replacing the vegetables with more meat and more fat and butter and bacon. And of course my body's going to say, "Whoa, what's this?" So I'm like you. I'm thinking about entering in some type. I do intermittent fasting now, but I'm thinking of I just worry because my husband I think he thinks I'm like this freak dieter. He does keto, but like if I didn't eat for 2 days, he would probably accuse me of being anorexic. So I'm kind of concerned about doing that. Although maybe I could just do it and say, like, pretend like I ate. I mean, not lie about it, but just "Oh, I'm not hungry," like kind of like I already ate. And then he wouldn't worry. He's probably gonna watch us now and know what I'm doing, but it's okay. But do you do any kind of fasting, like extended fast? Is that one of the things you do?
I did try. I did it. I tried twice. I won once because there was a goal in mind. My husband was like, nobody can fast more than 2 days. And I was like, are you kidding? There's this girl named Jerry that does it for 40 days.
Yep.
And he's like, no, that's not real, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. He was like, fine, we'll do 2 days. He didn't last 8 hours, but I did the 2 days. And oh man, I can't fast. I know I can't because after I do 2 days, I will eat 2 days worth of food. And then
Well,
it is working for me.
that's
That's
what
my
I
problem.
would do too. So yeah, that's what I would do too.
So now I
I
was
know
like,
it.
I was watching that Nick Norris sardine thing, and I was like, I could do sardines for 30 days. And then I was like, and then I'll gain like 30 more pounds. ah, anytime I want to try something different because there's like just so much that you can do here on this diet. Nothing's really working for me now, and then I know because I did have sort of an I call it my intermittent drinking problem because I would drink at night before doing carnivore and well not pregnant and not nursing. I you know rarities at times, but I noticed I did have a problem because I would drink maybe 3 to 4 beers a night to help me go to sleep. My anxiety was really bad, and it would help me with my depression as well. Because I thinking back now, I'm like, man, I was one messed up beast, but I was good. Like I loved to do the mask. I was really great in acting class, I guess, because I was like really good being, around the kids and stuff. But like just at night, just being myself, I was like, I can't. I'm drinking beer and feeling better. So that was another thing about carnivore, though. I was so full that I didn't want to have a beer, and that was like another aha. Like, oh my gosh. So I've had a drink on carnivore, and it gave me a major headache. I tried to add
Mhm.
it back in beer, but it did not like me. And I was like, wow, wow, I don't need it at all. My body doesn't even like it. So I finally, it clicked, and I was like, you know, my brother, he's been in Iraq war and stuff, and Afghanistan, and he's had a couple tours, and he's had his best friend blow up like next to him. So he drinks, okay? And I was thinking, when he does carnivore, but he still drinks. And I was like, I need to talk to, I didn't know he did carnivore at the time, but I was like, I need to talk to him because I found this diet and it's amazing. But when I ran into my sister-in-law and my brother at my parents' 40th uh, wedding anniversary, she was like, "Dang, girl, what did you do?" And I was like, "Carnivore diet." And she's like, "No, your brother does that." And I was like, "No, he doesn't."
Is that when you found out that he did
Yeah, that's
it?
when I found out that he was carnivore. And I was like, "No, he doesn't. Thanks." I went to that party. I did it Kelly Hogan style. I had like a huge chuck roast before I went in. I was full. Everybody knew I was full. I'm not hungry, but I won't eat the stuff. And then my aunt was telling me about how she did keto carnivore, and she had a stroke, and like all her stroke symptoms went away. And I was like, well, that's amazing. And my uncle was doing it too. And I was like, wow, everybody's doing carnivore. I thought this was going to be my thing. What the heck?
It's so funny you say that because I recently, now I knew my sister has been keto. I thought it's just since I started keto. I found out she's been keto secretly for 20 years. I'm like, how did I not know this? She's been like ketogenic for 20 years. And I just found this out in Cindy DeManch's live stream, like, I want to say in the last 4 months. I'm like, I knew you were keto at least since I've been keto. That's when I found out. But I thought you just started it. I didn't know you've been doing it for like 20 years. So it's funny when we have siblings that people are afraid to say stuff, you know? And that's why it's important for people like us to get out there and just say, does it sound crazy? Yeah. But it's really not once you think about it. It's really not crazy. So that's awesome. That's awesome that your brother's been I understand a drinking thing because I would social drink just because we get with our friends and I'd have a few or a couple or whatever. But they were always those little low carb seltzers like White Claws or whatever, but I would feel like trash for a whole 24 hours after I did that. So I haven't had a drink of alcohol, not one drop. And I didn't have a problem with it. I just was a social, like, I didn't want to be left out. If everyone else was drinking, I didn't want to be around them. It was like the only way I could tolerate people. And I haven't had a drop of alcohol since I went strict carnivore, which is why I went carnivore on July 6th, because we had a 4th of July party and there was alcohol there. So, but yeah. And honestly, I would get terrible migraines from alcohol. I don't know why I ever drank it. I don't see myself drinking, I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of like you. I'm like, plus it just tanks your progress, you know? It doesn't help. I don't know
No,
what your thoughts are.
it doesn't help. I don't know. I just feel better on carnivore than I ever did drinking. Let's just say that, because I really do. I feel better.
Yeah.
It's good. I know
Where's
the
Ri-
burning question.
where's Rick? Rick is probably still on the train, guys. He said he wouldn't be home till after dark. So I don't know. I mean, it's dark here, but he may still be traveling, my guess. Hi, Ricky Lee and Don. Ricky Lee, Don, and Mason. I don't think I mentioned Mason.
Oh yeah.
Mason, I met on Grandma's Crochet channel. Uh, Grandma After Dark. If you guys have never checked out Grandma's Crochet Corner, it's a lot of fun.
It's
So,
fun. She makes me
so
cook.
your family sometimes you try to steer your family to eat this way and your brother eats this way. What about your other family members? What do they think of it? Do they have any opinions?
It was really funny. I have 7 brothers and a sister. So my sister, she's vegan. She went vegan because her boyfriend was going in a bad way, and her doctor suggested vegan to him too. So they've been vegan. And my younger brother, James, anytime I'd see him, he'd be like, still doing that carnivore thing? And I'm like, yeah, I'm still doing that carnivore thing. And he's like, cool, because my boss does it. And he's like, yeah, I'm really thinking about it. And I kind of messed it up, I think, because I tell him about how the beer tastes bad after. It tastes bad for me. It doesn't work for me. But he did it. He started, I think, in January because he's one of those guys like start the diets in January. And he usually gives up by his birthday. And by his birthday, he was still doing it. And then I was talking to my mom, and she was like, I kind of want to do carnivore too. And she got my dad into doing it. And my mom and dad did it for a while until my dad was hit by a truck and they put him on so many medications for pain and stuff that he kind of just didn't do it. I don't know if he still does it or not. I don't know. He's like Chuck Norris, and I was like, that truck's probably more messed up than my dad. So what's going on? So, and then the rest of them, I think they're just normal American diets. My younger brothers could really benefit from doing a ketogenic diet because Lexi's story is very compelling, and I need to send it to him. But he's taking his medication now. He's got a nice girlfriend that makes him take it, so he should be fine.
No, I did not watch the Notre Dame versus Ohio State basketball today. Did you guys beat us? I'm taking it. Otherwise, you wouldn't have mentioned it. And retired Rick, I love you, man. I would never forget you. Thanks for showing up. And so it looks like we are not getting your comments in here.
Okay.
So I'm trying to watch the comments on your channel to see if there's any questions. So I'm sorry, everybody over there, but please continue watching on Aaron's channel. Cause yeah, Aaron, she can't see, I mean, she can see it if she pulls it up on another browser, but, I have 4 screens, actually. I have 4 screens. So, I will try to look for, at least questions. So if you have something you want read on Aaron's channel, but please don't come over here just because, yeah, Quack Quack Rick is on a bus. Okay. Ooh, that sounds good movie. John. What? Tell us more about your homestead. Is that what you call it? You call it. How did you used to live in Ohio and you decided to move to Tennessee from Ohio? When was that, and how was that decision made? And I don't know. Tell us about your life on the homestead, because
It started with backyard chickens. We went to Tennessee for Easter, and we decided my husband stopped at a Tractor Supply, and I said, "Ooh, baby chickies," and he looked at me funny, and then he goes in there and he comes out with this box, and inside the box were like 6 little baby chicks, and they were so cute. And one Silky that was a little older, he was like, the guy said, you want to get one that's a little older than the rest to teach the other ones. We have to dip their beaks in water, blah, blah, blah. And this was the start to our secret backyard chickens. Now it's legal. I was in Dayton, Ohio. So it's legal in Dayton, Ohio now, chickens. But we had we have a nice house. It's like a 3-bedroom, 2-story, basement, all the stuff. Just a small backyard, and then it wasn't, I mean, it was an okay neighborhood, but it wasn't the best. And basically my kids weren't really allowed to play outside unless like I was outside watching them. They didn't really learn how to ride a bike over there. We walked a lot with the dogs and went to parks and stuff, but it just wasn't where I was meant to be. And my husband's family owns this farm, and they've had it since like the 80s. So what had happened was we were like, we need to get up and move. We got so many chickens in the backyard, we're either going to cut. But nobody cared because they were just hens and they weren't bad. We had a couple of roosters once, and we didn't know what to do with them. And so we were like, maybe we can, drop them off in a neighborhood. Oh my gosh. So we drop off this naked neck rooster into somebody's neighborhood. The neighbors start feeding it, right? and it makes the newspaper because the rooster chased a little boy out of the street before he was hit by a car. And so, like, it was like this big thing, and I was like, wow, our rooster saved somebody's life.
Yeah, we need an Avenger rooster now.
Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, looks like we have a question.
All right. I got to say a couple hellos. Terry, I love you, girl. Thank you for coming. I would never forget you. Bill Cook's here. Welcome, Bill Cook. And then I saw Lexi Jones come in. Welcome. Okay. All right. Back to you.
Okay. So since they had the farm here, he decided he was like, there's a couple little like cabins on the property that they were plumbed out and stuff. So he got his dad to move out of the original house, and we moved down there for a little bit. And then his aunt decided that she doesn't really like the farm, so she moved off property, and we got this top house is what we call it, the top house, and we're up here now, and we have the 10 acres I can do what I want with right now. The rest, the 20, we could probably cut down trees and move stuff around, but that's about it. I'm not allowed to farm yet. In the beginning, we were able to have goats. So we got goats because Loretta really wanted goats. She's my second oldest. And that was a really fun adventure until I got a couple of free goats that taught all the goats how to escape. And at that point, it was like, okay, we got to sell our goats. So in 2020, I had to sell all my goats. I had to sell them fast because we couldn't keep them in anything. They learned to push so hard against the fences to crawl under. It was kind of funny to watch. I should have recorded it. And I missed it though because I did a lot of work with those goats. We would like cut down trees, bring it to them all the time, and it was just a lot of fun. I lost a lot of weight doing that, but then I gained it. I didn't lose like a ton of weight. So with Nixon, I had him in 2018. That's when we moved here. With him, I usually would lose like 60 pounds after I had a kid, and with him, I didn't lose it right away. It was maybe 40, and then I got pregnant in 2020 with Emmett. And I gained my weight back with him, and I just never lost it, went beyond 200. Like I'd lose it all the way back to 200, but I'd never go to like 180, and it's been years. Like it would have been like 7 or 8 years since I was that, like, less than that. And I did join the post office back in 2016 because I heard you could lose 40 pounds by just walking, and I was like, if I'm gonna get paid to lose weight, I'll go do it. So I joined the post office. I lost weight there too. I was looking good. I was probably 140, which is kind of my goal. I like 140 because I'm short. I'm 5'4", so it's a good one. So it's what I see. We have a question.
Oh wait, I have a question. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, actually, Thomas wants to know, how did you come up with Booby Goats? I know the answer to this, but I was going to ask you this question anyway. For those who don't know, why your channel's named Booby Goats?
I can't spell Bobby. That is not.
That's not it. That's not the answer.
No. I got to give that one for George when I get interviewed by him and his the Sunday crew. All right, so I was out feeding goats, and at the time, Scarlett was 3, and she was watching Nixon for me, and I'm getting the goats water and feed, and giving them some hay, and I hear Scarlett singing a song, and she's like, booby goats, make your dreams come true. And I was like, that is hilarious, and I need a name for my YouTube channel, because this is 2018. This is when all the homesteaders are going out and doing all their YouTube channels. And I was like, I'm going to start mine and do it. But I was never in front of the camera. There's a few times I was, but it's few and fleeting. But I said, I'm going to use this as my YouTube name. And my kids look horrified. They all look horrified. And I was like, no, it'll be hilarious. People will think it's something else, and they'll click on it, and they'll be like, oh, man, it's wholesome. Dang. That's why I did it. And that's why I used it. But when I was talking with Mitch, he had one of his live streams. Maybe it was a Saturday afternoon one when he used to do those. He was like, "What do you think she really was saying?" And I thought about it, and I was like, "Yeah, because she's 3, speech impediment. She was saying baby. She was
Baby
singing baby.
goats.
So really, it should be the baby goat channel. But there's no baby goats. Not yet. There will be. We have a secret goat fund going on.
So you don't have goats right now. When you had goats before, that was in Ohio? Was that in Ohio?
That was here. That was here.
Yeah.
Because we moved here to have them. I'm sure I would have got in trouble if I had goats in my backyard. It would have happened though,
Did
probably.
did you say something once that you had a bunch of chickens in a garage?
Garage
Was that
chicken
no?
in
Yeah, I'm like,
Ohio.
garage chickens. That's a t-shirt. You need a garage chicken t-shirt.
We cut a hole and we had like a kennel fence on the inside, and we had like a bunch of old doors that my husband got from his whatever he was doing, working with friends. I don't know. And we used those for the top part of the kennel. And then we cut like a little hole in the side of the garage, and that was their door to go in and out. And then we had old cabinets that we opened up, and those were the litter boxes. It was kind of cool, actually. But they, had too many, and every time spring came around, we kind of wanted some more. So it didn't really work out very well after a while. And we're always worried, like, what about the roosters? And get rid of the roosters. Had rabbits too.
Any negatives or anything you consider to be a negative on carnivore?
Oh,
Is there anything?
yeah. Everything. Okay, so your carnivore glasses go on, and then everything in the grocery store is evil. So I guess that's a negative. Or like, okay, so lately I know a lot of people they can't agree with this, but they got pizza for Halloween. The pizza smelled like vomit to me. Like I was just like, oh god, pizza smells gross now. What is this? I know if Rick was here, he'd probably be like, pizza's nasty. But it smells bad now. And even when I go into the you walk past the bakery section at a store, it smells terrible. All I smell is yeast. It's like it's the weirdest thing. It's like being bit by a vampire and you're changing and everything's gross. And all you
So
want is the
funny.
meat.
Yes, it's so funny you mention that because my sense of smell, I never had a good sense of smell because I've always had sinus problems. And this is not a good thing. This is the one thing I wish didn't happen, but my sense of smell is so acute. And like when people have body odor, I smell it now. And like my husband, this is a few weeks ago when I was getting ready to have surgery, right? He had a bad tooth. And so he needed
Oh,
to go have it fixed and he didn't tell me about it. It smelled so bad. And I would go to bed every night. I'm like, like, what is that smell? And finally he told me, I'm like, that's what I've been smelling was your tooth. And so finally, I mean, it was $4,000 later. We had to go in and get his tooth fixed, but I'm very hypersensitive now and it's not always good. Like when you're in a grocery store, some things really bother me. The smell, I go to choir practice. Hopefully none of them are watching and someone's got bad body odor. I'm like, like I wish that didn't fix. Like, can we just give me the bad sense of smell again? Because yeah, I, 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 I do not enjoy the bad smells more than I enjoy the good smells, if that makes sense. But it's so funny you brought up, the pizza doesn't smell good. And the other thing is I ate at a restaurant yesterday, right? And I ordered a meat omelet. And I could tell it was cooked in seed oils. I could just tell. And I've asked that restaurant before to cook it in butter and they won't. So I'm like, this just tastes gross. Like the eggs don't taste good. Like, not that I ate a lot of seed oils before, but I just think I'm like, I don't know. I
sensitive.
like my stuff. Yeah, and I'm more sensitive and I like my bacon grease. It's got to be cooked in bacon grease, beef tallow, or a lard, you know? I don't know. Is that weird? Like, do you notice, like, do you ever go out to eat? There's another question. Do you ever go out to eat?
like all the time, and I always go like, I'm not hungry, I'm not going to eat here, or I will get something. There was this place my husband really wanted to go to because he hadn't been there forever, which is called Shoney's. And they did have a hamburger steak. And we were just like, make sure it's not cooked in anything weird, blah, blah, blah. And I know what you're talking about because when I ate that thing, it didn't taste right, you know? Like, and the next day I felt bad, and I know what they did. They probably cooked it in seed oil, or I don't even know what they did with it, but it made me so sick. So I was just like, I'm done. I'm not going out to eat anymore. But there's a flip side to it because we got Whataburger around us, and we've got, and I don't, okay, so I don't like the Burger King burgers patties. I used to love them because there used to be like $1.50, but now they give me like a lot of crap when I order just the patty, and they try to make me buy the sandwich. So I don't buy that anymore, and I don't go there anymore. And I do kind of like you can tell McDonald's you just want the quarter pounder patty, and tell them not to season it, and you can get it plain, and it's really good. I like that one. But the Whataburger ones, oh, it took me forever to figure it out. But you have to order a large patty, and you have to say it like that, just one large patty, and they're only $2. So you get like four of them, and it's still cheaper than their stupid one meal. Like, what are their meals? Like, it's like $6, and they don't hurt. They don't hurt. I went to Cracker Barrel, and I ordered the
I love
hamburger
Cracker
steak.
Barrel.
I it, I don't know what they put in it because it didn't work well for me the next day because I woke up and I could feel my back hurt. That's the other thing. Like, that's my
Yeah.
radar. It tells me
Me
what's wrong.
too. Me too. Me too. I can feel it. So I want to say hi to Bride's Biscuit. Welcome. Biscuit is a regular in these channels. Also, we have somebody new. SMH Cast is here. Welcome, SMH Cast. And SMH says, trying to go carnivore. And you got this. You can do it. Uh, I don't know what you're currently eating. I don't know if you're eating a ketogenic diet already or if you're eating just a standard American diet. Um, but one thing I will suggest is get a good electrolyte. Okay, get a good electrolyte. My recommendation is unsweetened, especially if you're trying to go carnivore. And there's a ton of them out there. I personally like Salty brand, and I'm not just saying that because I'm an affiliate, but uh, Element has an unflavored. I also have a video in my channel on how to make your own electrolytes. So you could buy the stuff on Amazon, but when you go carnivore, you're going to release a bunch of water and inflammation. And with that goes electrolytes, and you need electrolytes are basically the main three are salt, magnesium, and potassium. And I didn't take electrolytes when I went keto 8 years ago, and I was homicidal. It was bad. I felt terrible. I really had a bad case of what they call the keto flu. So that's the one thing I recommend. And then just, do it. Just do it. You just eat meat. Eat meat and eggs. And if you want cheese, um, you know, but yeah, you're gonna after I'm telling you, probably after a couple weeks. After a couple weeks, you're gonna feel amazing. And you know what? Ignore the some people have been calling it the carnivore police, okay? Find people on YouTube like Erin here. She has a great channel at Booby Goats. I'm not afraid to say that on air at Booby Goats, and I've also pinned it. Find her people like her, people like Rick, Charger Mopar, people like Russ, Homesick Buckeyes in the house, people like Carnivore Jerry. Um, who else is here that has channels? Find your community, okay? The people that really resonate with you out here, and just follow them. Retired Rick's another good one. Um, Find your community. Dustin at Keto Simple is here. Yeah, follow him. He's really awesome, and we're here to support you. And anything, if you have questions, feel free to ask. We're happy to help. I
I
don't know if
didn't
you want
have
to add to that.
symptoms, and I'll tell you why. Because I thought, well, since I'm doing carnivore, I think plain black tea would be fine, and that's what I drank when I was transitioning
Mhm.
from standard American into carnivore. That's all I did. I was standard American one day, I was carnivore the next day, and I would drink coffee, and I still do, but I water it down now. I water it down a lot, and I drink tea. And later, I was watching like, was it Doc? I don't know who it was. It's a lady with the talks about oxalates. That one.
Oh. Oh my
Can't remember.
gosh, I can't think of her name either, but yeah.
She said that if you're having really bad keto flu stuff, that you would brew a really big what cup of black tea and drink that. Like make it dark, like use like 2 or 3 bags or something real thick and drink some of that and see if you feel better. Sally Norton. There you go.
Sally Norton. Yep, Sally Norton.
Okay, so yeah, and I was like, oh, so that helps with your flu symptoms. So that's probably why I didn't have it because I drank the tea the whole time and I drank coffee. So it probably helped, you know. So that's something that might help too
Yep.
if you
Yep.
drink black unsweet tea.
For sure. And Sharon is here. Welcome, Sharon. And just Jason Keto, my buddy from Canada, is here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. Um, Amy, don't see me. I see you, retired Rick. I just shouted out your channel, buddy. Come on, you're here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not ignoring anybody. I love all of you. And I just want to thank you. I got to say thank you to the supporters on my channel and Aaron's channel. You know, we've got the best community. We've
Mm-hmm.
got the best community. We really do. I mean, I don't know. And I didn't even come into this. I don't know. How long ago was it you found this community, Aaron, that you realized there was a YouTube community?
Last year, because I wasn't actually I was kind of nervous to go into live streams, okay, and say hi. So it took a while, and some of the first ones were like Mia from Mia's Way. I'd go into her live streams, and everybody there's really cool. And then she stopped doing stuff, so I went into Mitch, and I started
Mhm.
listening to him. And this is pre-stroke. He was awesome, and all the people there were so fun and just so supportive. I love them. So I was just like, I'm total Mitch Fit, man. I'm here every day, and I tried. I used to be there like all the time. So it was. They're just really great people, and I met Aaron on Mitch Says Kitchen Witch. That's right.
Yep. I've met a lot of people on Mitch too.
Yeah, and they're all cool, and they almost run in the same circles of other carnivore people that you hang out with, and it's
I
great
know.
because you know somebody from. Then you'll be like, oh hey, I know you. So it's great.
Oh,
It's all very good.
yeah, I'm looking at your channel to see if there's any questions over there. Just because unfortunately, I'm cheap and I don't pay for StreamYard. And so it is dual streaming to our channels, but I don't think her comments come up here. I think it's just posting the stream to her channel. So I'm looking at her channel to see if you have a question, no, put a QQQ in front of it, please. Just because oh, well, thank you, Rick. He's got both channels going on plus his big screen TV. And
Nice.
Sharon says we are double fisting. That's funny. So yeah, so funny thing about that is I used to watch Dr. Barry and Dr. Kiltz and Dr. Chafee and just a couple other doctors. And I used to watch the big hitters. But I wouldn't chat. I would just watch.
Yeah.
Unless he'd ask a question like, "Where are you watching from?" Well, I'm Mishawaka, Indiana, and then I was cooking and cleaning while I was listening. And
Yeah,
then
that's what I would.
I went to Ketopalooza 2024, which was a meetup, and I met Dustin there, and I met the Bears who own Salty, and I met Two Crazy Ketos. And I met Emily and James from Ohio, and I met a bunch of people, and they're like, "You need a YouTube channel." I'm like, "Why?" Now at this point, I'd already been live streaming in Facebook in my private group. I would go live every Sunday. So some of those older videos I uploaded were actually downloads from Facebook. They were old Facebook content that I did for a year or two before I ever went. And everyone's like, "You need to be doing this on YouTube." I'm like, "Why?" I kind of wanted it private, just because I didn't want like old ex-boyfriends before I was married to hunt me down. You know what I mean? I wanted it in a private group where I can control who was like in my business. And now I'm just whatever. I'm like all over the place. I don't care. And so yeah. So a year ago, my channel's now exactly a year old. And a year ago, because of people telling me to start a YouTube channel. That's why I'm like, okay. And I dual streamed on YouTube and Facebook for a while, but it was just weird. Like the same people who watch YouTube don't watch Facebook. It's weird. So now I'm just primarily on YouTube, and I'm like, you guys, if you want to see me, you got to come over here. Sorry. But yeah, so you started your YouTube channel and you were nervous about it, but what prompted you to start your YouTube channel?
For me, it was going to be if it ever got off the ground, it would feed the chickens, basically.
Which
Like if I ever got paid, I'd feed the chickens. But I kind of like I started 2018, and I did shorts before they were shorts, like before it was a thing. And then I just didn't do it forever, because I didn't feel like it. It's either you watch it or you do it. Uh-oh, a
yeah,
rocky one. And then
that's true.
just with carnivore, I was just like, maybe I should. And JT from the Poco Moonshine family was looking for people to interview, and I did my was it 50-day or 30-day update on carnivore, and he found me, and he was like, "Hey, I'm interviewing carnivores. Will you be on my channel?" I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I probably had like 7 subscribers, and then after that I had 19, and I was like, "This is it! Like, how many subscribers? Let's go! Let's make some movies." And I would do like little shorts, or I'd do a long form video, and I would do them like every other day, and I was constant. I didn't stop. And then I thought, to boost my channel, I should probably do some more interviews, because that's when I got the biggest subscribers. So I kind of
Mhm.
reached out to Carrie Man and asked
Yes.
him to interview, and he bought my channel, like, because he bought my channel from, I think it was low, maybe it was 300, 400, like yours was, and
Mhm.
then to 500, and I think I hit 1,000 somehow. I don't know what I did. Honestly, I don't know why people watch me, but I watch myself because it's more interesting than the stuff I see on YouTube most of the time. And I know it might sound conceited, but really, there's not a lot of things that I
No,
want for.
it
And
is
I even tried.
interesting. I mean, you never know what you're going to see on your channel.
No, you don't, and you don't know what's going to happen either. So it's kind of funny, usually. And
And
there was.
honestly,
Oh, go ahead.
I love that you live stream every day now, because like I can't do certain days because I have morning meetings at work, so I miss you probably on Wednesdays until my meeting's over, and Fridays I have a meeting with my boss. But like I love that you're live streaming every morning. That is like my morning pickup, morning coffee with Aaron. But keep doing it if you can.
All right, because Carrie Sue made me do it. She was like, "You better warm up that coffee pot," and I'm like, "Okay," which is great too, because it gives me a break from making full form and editing videos through the week. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's really almost a break for me, and it's beautiful. But also, when I'm not recording myself do stuff, I probably won't do stuff. So that's why I've been watching Vampire Diaries with Veda, because we're just trying to catch up with her. And I'm like, oh, okay, we'll watch them. We'll do it. But anyway, so one day I'm folding laundry, and there's a cape, a little blue cape. And I was like, it'd be hilarious if there was like a superhero that was like Wonder Woman, but Butter Woman. Scarlett was like, "Okay, what are we gonna do?" And this commercial's somewhere, and I couldn't save it because it was on either my old device or something, and I wish I still had it, but it was the first ever Butter Woman commercial, and she helped me do it. And I was like, "This will be great. I'll grab a stick of butter. Hold on." And, and we were like, and I said everything there. When I eat butter, I feel like Butter Woman, and I just kept it and ran with that to do commercials with butter, which I thought it'd be funny. But then also, I got monetized finally, and so I have commercials within commercials.
The black hole
But
of commercials.
yeah,
So you know what you should do? Take all of your Butter Woman footage, put it into one video and do a premiere. Even if it's like an hour long Butter Woman footage and then have a Butter Woman premiere and everybody can come in and you can chat with them. I'm getting ready to do that with all the music videos. Is
okay.
string all the music videos together and have a music premiere, like a music party, you know? Where I'm not on screen, we're just all watching, but you should do that with your Butter Woman content. Is put it all together in one video and then do a premiere where you chat in there. Well,
Yeah.
and Dustin asked, so is 10 kids enough? Is there more
Um,
kids?
children, kids is enough, but I want goats. I want them back. I would love them because they would eat all the poison ivy. They kept it back when we had it, and since they've been gone, I see the damage that happens when you don't have them there to eat the stuff. Ugh, so much work.
That's crazy. They eat poison ivy.
Mhm.
Have you
If
ever
you,
had poison ivy?
yeah, yeah, I get it a lot. I never even knew I had it, and so my mom was like, "That looks like poison ivy on your hands," because I was here doing work, and then we went up to Ohio, and I was like, "Something's wrong with my hands. There are all these little bumps." She's like, "That's poison ivy." Hot water, and and then she was like, "Let me take some of that liquid Band-Aid and just cover them up, and it'll dry out." And I'm like, "Okay, that's a great tip too, by the way, with poison ivy." And I, as a kid, had poison sumac, and I will blow up. I will turn purple, and I will have to get shots, steroid shots. So
Owie.
I only have like
Aaron,
maybe minutes worth of Butter Woman commercials. What else
that
have
was
we?
great. So that's how all of you're the reason. Well, you're one of the reasons why all this started.
Yeah. Okay.
Someone made a like Avenger thing. I'm like, oh, that'd be cool to have an Avenger. I already knew you had Butter Woman, right?
Yeah.
And so I made that very first post about me with capes on or whatever when bacon. I knew I would be bacon because I just love bacon. I mean, I love all meat, but bacon, like I've always kind of been addicted to bacon. And so I knew that I was gonna be bacon woman. And so I made that. And then right after I made that, I'm like, I wonder if Aaron would allow me to make her into some sort of Avenger, like a cartoony type thing. And you went with it. And so you really were the first after myself, the first thing. And I'm like, she already has one. So of course she's got to have one. And then Thomas asked for one. And then after that, and I'll be honest with you, it just blew up and it's still blowing up. Like, I honestly like, I'm so glad I decided to do the contest because otherwise I would have to quit my job and not get paid for it and just be making Carnivore Avengers all the time. I mean, it does take a lot of time. I'm not gonna lie. It takes a lot of time and and I don't like half the time. I don't like. I spent so long on Dr. Nelson's and I still don't even completely like it. But AI, one thing everybody has to realize, it's going to change the way you look some. It just is. It can't put you in movement and not change the way you look. I'm sure there's some programs out there that are very expensive and very sophisticated that if I said, take a picture like this, now take a picture like this, now take a picture like this, now take a picture like this. You could put all of those different angles, but I usually get one or two photos from people. And it's not always 1,000% representation of what a person looks like. Even mine, oh my gosh. And Dr. Kiltz, they decided to use my bacon woman. Whoever
Yeah,
makes their thumbnails, Alia has an assistant. I thought Alia was the assistant. She has an assistant.
of course.
She's so she goes,
I
yeah, my assistant made that, and I'm like, ugh. How do you get to a point where you can have assistants? Because I need about 5 of them. But, yeah, so they used my bacon woman. They cropped does sort of look like me, but it doesn't. Because even mine doesn't really look like me either. I mean, it's kind of cartoony. And if you've ever seen Carrie Mann's thumbnails, he AIs himself and it doesn't look like him from his video. And
Oh, they're horrible. Oh, they're bad. They
Kilts is
are.
some of
Okay, one person's opinion. They're terrible. And then when you see them, you're like, that's what carnivore does to you? You can't do that.
I can tell Kilts, whoever does Kilts takes his face and makes his look a little off too, and mine do too. I do it on my because it's just I was trying to photograph myself in these weird positions holding food and cooking and stuff, and it just wasn't going well. So
Oh
I
no, yours
decided
are
to
good.
use,
I like your thumbnails. I like them. They're food ones. They're
but those
great.
are AI because I
Yeah,
can't
I
hold a
know.
skillet, a
But they're
heavy
not
cast iron
terrible.
skillet.
They're not. They're not terrible. They don't look bad. They don't look terrible. Nah.
But they're still AI. They're still kind of cartoony, so
Yeah, so you
you
know.
know, yeah. And I'm okay with that. I don't care. I mean, I can't photograph. I'm like, this is. And then I look terrible most days. Like, I put makeup on for this, but like most days I don't wear makeup. And then, like, I look like I haven't slept in like a month and my hair's messed up. And I'm like, I don't want to have to clean myself up just to take a photo. I don't want to take a photo. I'm just going to use a good, decent photo of me and make it into AI. And so it just it made my life easier. So do you use any AI for anything?
Sometimes I use the one for the thumbnails for coffee. That's about it. I don't
Yeah.
even use my face. I just give it a prompt. That's really
Yeah.
the only thing I do because I really don't know how it works, and I don't. Do I care? Not really.
It's a lot of work and you have to keep refining the prompts and refining the prompts and refining especially for photos and videos.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's fun. I mean, people seem to like them and that seems to be like my gimmick now. And so I'm kind of doing it now. I do need to release more content, but like videos, but you said you like the live streams better than the videos. Why is that? Tell everybody why. And I know it's the same answer as me.
Because it's easier. It's easy. You don't have to edit. And then with you, don't you have to like set up a bunch of stuff before you do them too for your videos?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, well, okay. So right now I'm not doing cooking videos. I love to make live stream cookings like what Jerry did right before this. But the problem is I have to take my computer downstairs with the 3 monitors. I have to set up 2 cameras. I have to tape wires around my kitchen so you can't really see the wires. So I have wires hanging over and I don't trip everywhere. And then I got to test everything to make sure I can switch the cameras in between me and the cooking because I don't have a production team, right? And so that's a whole big thing. And right now, being in 2 different, I call it school, but being in 2 different coaching classes, plus you got to practice the recipes. Like,
Yeah.
you got to practice your recipes during the week. My mom says that didn't look right. My mom's always critiquing me. You could have done that better. You should have practiced more. I'm like, Mom, food costs money. I can't just be making the same thing 5 times in one week just to. She watches cooking channels, right, on TV, like produced stuff. So, I mean, I'm like, Mom, I'm a new YouTuber. It's not gonna be. And my dad's like, I'll come over and help you film. And I'm like, I love you, Dad, but there's only room for one in my kitchen. So my dad wants to like come over and produce and film me, and it's cute. It just is. It's cute.
I think it'd be fun
So
just not even test the recipes and do it live and be like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Let's do this.
okay, so since you mentioned that, I'm gonna bring Rick up. Right? I've been wanting to do this for a while. I'm like, Rick. Oh, my dad's here. He heard that. Sorry, Dad. I love you. So Rick is he must have heard me talking. So Rick is like, I'm like, Rick, I really want to do a cooking live stream and I have an idea for a collaboration. I want you to talk me through one of your heart attack recipes, and it can't be chicken because I've already done that, so that wouldn't be fair. And I'm not gonna make it ahead of time. You got to talk me through it live while I'm cooking it on the screen. So in December, I think December 21st is when we got that scheduled. He's just got to give me the ingredients because I got to make sure I've got the stuff on hand that he needs me to make it with. And so we're gonna do a live collaboration where he tells me what to make, and I'm gonna do it while he's telling me how to do it. So I thought that was kind of a cool idea, and it may turn out good. I wanted to do his heart attack pizza, but he said that's way too complicated. He didn't have faith in me. So I don't I
It's
don't
got a
think
lot of
that's
steps.
gonna happen.
His pizza's got a lot of steps. He was showing it once on one of his live streams, like
Yeah,
the video.
I've done live pizza before. I'm confident I could do it. Uh, but oh yeah, Love Rooster by Alice in Chains. I know what you're talking about there, Dustin. So let's see. I saw someone else slip in. I said hi to Just Jason Keto, right? And Sharon. I saw someone else creep in. Can't remember who it was. Sorry, guys. I'm like, this always happens to me. I am only about 30 minutes behind. That's not too bad. Oh, Lewis. Lewis is on the plane. How is he able to watch us on the plane? He probably popped in
You-
before he took off. Or he pays for that bougie plane internet. The bougie plane internet. Uh Oh, they're playing the bingo. So George does this bingo. Strawberry poop. Yes, yeah, someone's talking about that.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, are you gonna cook with it? Is
George,
that
you don't know Bill Knott?
hmm?
You know who Bill Knott is, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
George, go check out his channel, Bill Knott. It's actually pretty inspiring. He lost.
Wait, actually know him like in real life? Because you won't really know him in real life, or like not
Oh,
his
I don't
channel.
know. Yeah, I
No.
don't know. Oh, so he's trying to. Okay, so he's talking about people he actually knows.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Or not.
Uh, let's see. What advice would you give to a new person just starting out on carnivore?
Oh, advice? I'd
Yeah.
say actually eat till you're comfortably stuffed. Make sure if you can do bacon, eat that bacon or do the pork belly because you need the fat. Don't not eat the fat. You will need it. And I know it's like everybody says that and you gain some weight. You won't, you'll lose because if you start in carnivore, you will lose. You'll lose your water weights and such. Got kids knocking on the door. And then I'd also say just, if you can do one sweet tea, drink that too with your transition and make sure you're especially if you're the only one going carnivore in your house, it's probably a good idea to get yourself mentally ready too. Like, this is what I'm going to eat. I'm not going to not have other things that aren't part of the carnivore diet. Kind of do a little research, and I know everybody says it's so lame. Do some research. There's some YouTuber that does the only carnivore grocery list you ever need, and just follow beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, and buy that. Is basically what she's telling you in that. But also, you can have seltzer water if you can stand it. It's fine. It's helpful too, especially if you have a sweet tooth. I think, especially the
I think
flavored one.
so too. Yeah. The seltzer water helps.
Yeah, I like
Oh,
flavor.
Angela. My classmate Angela is here, and so is Amy Brisket Boomers, the other Amy, i.e. Amy. I'm
Yeah.
Y Amy. She's IE. Yeah, poached eggs are only safe eggs at restaurant. Yeah, and I do order them. I just was really wanting an omelet. And so I got an all meat omelet, which had ham, sausage. I'm sure the sausage wasn't clean, and bacon in it. And I got it without cheese, so y'all would be proud of me for that. No cheese. But I could taste the difference in the oil. I'm like, this is ugh. I don't
They
know.
also like to add pancake stuff to the omelets when they make it to make the eggs like last longer. Like to extend.
Yeah.
I heard that. I was
Honest,
like, oh,
this one place that we have, which is close to Notre Dame, it's like a Notre Dame breakfast place called Nick's Patio. Okay, it's just like a Greek restaurant, essentially. Um, my favorite thing to go there, and sometimes we go out Monday nights late after choir practice. They have a breakfast burger. So it's a hamburger patty with, and it's like a half a pound. It's a big hamburger patty, and it comes with a egg and bacon. So I always get the egg over medium, and but I get that obviously with nothing else, no sides. Although sometimes my friends come along and they're like, "Can I have your sides?" So sometimes I will order the sides and I will give it to them, like French fries or cottage cheese or whatever. So I'll do that. Like if we go out to eat with people and I always ask them if they want my sides. Uh, so yeah, poached eggs is a good idea.
we have
I
a
did ask. I did ask for other types of oil though, and some places just don't have them.
yeah.
Like they don't have
There
real
was
butter.
this one I went to, and they had like this uh ribeye deal, but the ribeye was small. I knew it was gonna be small anyway. But the lady kept going like, "You gotta have sides. What do you want?" And I was like, "Do you have hard boiled eggs with your salads?" And she's like, "No." And I was like, "Well, I don't want that. I just want this. How about some bacon?" And she's like, "Fine. You still need another side." I had my son with me. He's like, "I'll do a baked potato." And I'm like, "Fine. You do the baked potato." Like they kept agging me on. I was like, "I just want to buy them a meat. Come on now." It sucked. And then when she brought out the bacon side, it wasn't real bacon. It was the fake bacon that you put on the salads. You know the soy crap.
Yes.
Oh my god! I was like, nobody's gonna eat this. It's something the chickens might eat. It was like crazy,
Gross.
and I was like,
Gross.
which my husband would go to get pizza there, and then like I didn't think that the sauce for the pizza would be laden in soybean oil, so I thought he said I order all meat pizza and you guys can just like scrape it off, and I literally have to wipe the stuff off, and it still doesn't work, and it tastes terrible, and the next day I feel bad, so I don't do that anymore either. Usually I will. I'm not really throwing a fit. He thinks it's a fit, but I'm just like I'm not hungry. I don't want to eat. I don't need to eat. You can go wherever you want to eat at. I'll just sit there. I'll chew on ice water. I don't care. And he's like, ugh, because he's like one of those guys that they like to go out to eat on his days off. And I'm like, this is so stupid because it's so expensive. And I make better food at home. I
Well,
hate
that's the
it.
thing. I get disappointed when we go out. Like even when I was eating salads, and I have videos on my salads. I would make these huge salads with egg and bacon and all the things on. I mean, blue cheese, crumbled blue cheese, like. And then I'd go to a restaurant and they bring me this wimpy looking, teeny tiny little salad. I'm like, and then you're paying like what you pay for. Like if we go to a steakhouse, what we pay for a steakhouse, I could have gotten two whole standing rib roasts at the
Yeah.
holidays, a couple $100. And I could have sliced them up myself and we could have like ribeyes for 6 months off of that. So it's like, you know what? This isn't worth it to me. I do it because it's a social thing and you know, but you can eat way better at home for way less. It's annoying. It's annoying. I don't know. I don't know. And not to mention, do you take all 10 kids with you when you guys go out to eat? That must be like a $5,000 meal.
Yeah. So we don't do that anymore. We take some kids. We take the little ones. You gotta split them
That's
up.
funny. Like, you guys get to go this time, and then somebody babysit, and you guys get to go this time, because that's a lot.
Yeah, we
We
stopped taking them all out in big groups around. It was before 2020 when one of the bills were like $130. It's usually around 130, right? And I'm like, yeah, that's an electric bill or something. We're done. We're good. We're good. We can live fine without going out all the time. He's one of those guys because he just has a brother, so his family was very small, so they went out a lot. I guess it was like
right.
installed to go out. I have no idea. I don't know why it's a good thing because the food isn't good and it doesn't obviously fill him up. So I'm just like, why do it all the time?
Yes, I'm excited for Ketopalooza to return too. Who's going to Ketopalooza? Can you go, Aaron?
I'm gonna try because that'll be in Kentucky.
Yes. How far away from you is that? Not far, right?
Maybe 3 hour drive from where it's gonna be at Lake Lexington or something. I don't even know where.
It's
Louisville.
in it's in Louisville, yeah.
That's actually doable. Now the one that
Yeah.
they had like Healing Humanity one in Tennessee, and it wasn't doable because it was almost like it would have been an 8 hour trip for me. And at first I was going to be a speaker, and then I got kicked off the speaker list. So I was like, I'm not even going to pay for it.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, tell us that story.
So they were doing like, they're saying we're getting ready to do one in Tennessee, and then I was like on a live stream, and I was like, I could go, Carrie, I could speak. That'd be great. Get a hold of Ashley. And I'm like, okay. And Ashley gave me his email, and I email him, and I'm like, hey, Ashley, it's me, Aaron. Booby Goats, and I can make it. I told him I could make it. I could do it if I could speak. Because honestly, I didn't want to buy the ticket. I just wanted to be a speaker. Like to drive that far and do all that, yeah. I'd rather not buy a ticket, but I'd be helpful and I'd help out, And you don't even have to feed me type deal. And he was like, okay. And then like when the month's coming up to it, like a month away from it, he emails me and says, we have too many people speaking. And I was like, oh, so you need money.
That's
And then he was like, these things are expensive, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, what's so weird about it is there's this huge carnivore community that will, like, offer. There was a guy that was on a live stream once, and he was like, Carrie, you should have got a hold of me. I have a farm, and it's great. You could have a venue here for free. Like, he doesn't go out and ask people to help out with it. Like, wouldn't you want to do that if you were, trying to make money to promote a film that you were
yeah.
making? It's kind of weird, isn't it? Okay, that's a little. But I was like, oh, I have to buy a ticket. Well, I don't really want to go if I have to buy a ticket. And he was like, don't worry. Sometimes people buy tickets for others, and then like I'll let you know. And I knew that was BS, so I was just like, yeah, well, my favorite
Yeah.
channel. I do like his other brother, the Carnivore Brothers.
Yeah,
There's one
those are the
brother.
brothers, right? Carnivore Brothers, yeah.
I like one of the brothers, not the other one. I'm just.
Yeah, so they're talking about the Keto Chow minerals. I never bought the minerals, but so since I'm a affiliate, right? And I explained to them I'm carnivore. They sent me all of the carnivore. Well, they send me non-carnivore-ish things too, right? But they send me all the carnivore things. So I got a packet of the drops, the electrolyte drops. I got unflavored raw. I got the minerals. The minerals are whoa. Jerry says she likes to just do a shooter of them in her mouth. I put them
Yeah.
in water.
If you have a sore throat, do that. Don't do a shot. I did a shot because Carrie was like, I just take them back real fast. Do you ever do that? And I was like, no. And so I tried it and I was like, oh my God, it burns a hole.
They're disgusto.
I have a question about it though. Like, my problem with those minerals, I even doubled it up and I had it in like, I could just chug a little thing of water and dump it all in there and go fast. And
Right.
um, they don't feel like when I just add salt to my water and I feel better that way. It's like through the day I will end up cramping or something, or it's not working and I have to have more of it. So I don't know. I know it's supposed to be super diluted or whatever, like a teardrop maybe kind of taste of salt,
They're
but it
so
doesn't work.
bad.
I still have so much. Because I reached out to Keto Chow and I was like, I want to just do an experiment and try each one of your guys' things. And they gave me the carnivore care package too. That's what I call it, the carnivore care package. It comes with the pills and all the things. It's great. And they were really nice though. They were very nice. They were like, and if you're interested in affiliate, and I'm like, no, I don't. It seems like work to me.
So the funny thing about my affiliate link is I asked to be an affiliate. I asked to be an affiliate like I don't know. 9 or 10 months ago.
Mhm.
And I think they went through some employment changes with whoever was running their affiliate program because I never heard back, right? And then they approved my affiliate 1 month into Carnivore. And I'm like, I'm not really doing the shakes anymore or the ice cream because I'm cutting that right now um because of Carnivore. Now what I have done, they have the Keto Chow unflavored chocolate shakes that don't have sweetener in them. They're called their core line. I did put a little bit of that in my coffee and it's pretty good. So
Oh,
once in
nice.
a while, the unflavored chocolate, I mean, it's probably not much different than using their sweetened chocolate electrolyte in your coffee. Oh, except for this is unsweetened and it's got protein in it. So it adds protein to your coffee. So I put that and an egg in there and it was really good. So I may do that. But I was like, man, why did I just now get the affiliation and I'm carnivore? It kind of stunk. I'm like, how am I going to promote the product? But it's working. And my husband's still keto.
Yeah, he's
So
doing.
he's in the, so yeah. So I mean, I will promote, I love their stuff. And when I travel, honestly, when you travel out of town, it's really hard to stay carnivore. And when you're busy, like when you have rehearsals and you're in a choir, so I may drink their shakes when I'm traveling, because it's convenient. You can pack the packets in your suitcase. You can take one of the shaker bottles with you. It's really convenient. So I probably will still do that when I travel. But yeah, those drops, whoo, man, I think that puts hair on your chest. And poor Peter's here. Peter and I got in a little bit of a discussion a week or two ago on Carnivore Talk about I need to increase my what is that stuff? Oh my gosh, the stuff you put in your coffee every day, I think it tastes terrible too. The not iron, but what's the other drops that people use? The Lugol's,
Oh, the
the
iodine.
Lugol, the iodine, and he's like, how much are you putting in there? I'm like,
Yep.
like 6 or 8 drops. He's like, "You need to go up to 12 drops." I'm like, "It already ruins my coffee, Peter." Do you use, iodine at all?
I tried. I didn't want to do the drops, so I got the pills, right? And I was like, I'll try it for a few days, and I developed lumps in my armpits. I had to Google this. And the thing is, apparently, I'm probably one of those people that don't need the iodine because that's when you take too much iodine, you get lumps. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I stopped taking them, and like not even 3 days later, they're gone. So I'm like, oh, so I probably shouldn't fall for the iodine thing. I mean, you don't know unless you try, though, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right,
And I eat a
right.
lot of soybeans, so they have trace amounts of iodine in them too. So I don't know. I don't know. God,
Oh,
I have no clue.
okay. Rick, I will take a look at 8 Ball. I'll take a look at that. Someone else used it. I think it's exclamation 8 Ball and then ask your question. So someone try it. Exclamation 8 ball. 8 ball. It's not just 8 ball, it's exclamation 8 ball. So try that. Okay. So do you like them now? Better now? I don't know what they're saying. Uh, yep. Thomas is doing great on his channel. Uh, okay. So just Jason Keto and Ann Gables are both in Canada. And we have a pretty good carnivore community in Canada. And then, as we all know, George is the UK ambassador in the
That's right.
carnivore community. So, and Grandma's here. This is Barbara, everybody.
Hello.
And she has an awesome channel. It's crochet and carnivore. So you don't have to be either of those. It's a lot of fun at times. Um, you know. Oh, yes, Rick, I'll send you the command. I'll send you the command that I use. I'll email that to you. Uh, yeah, so Grandma's channel, Grandma Barbara, she's doing amazing things and she's a lot of fun and I watch Erin in the morning when I wake up and I watch Grandma at night when I go to bed. It's like, and then it's funny because like I usually fall asleep at some point in Grandma's live stream, and so like I just won't be chatting anymore, and so they know I'm not there. And then every once in a while, I'll wake up at 2 a.m. and it's still playing. Something crazy will happen, like they'll be talking about like the moose story or the fire hydrant story or the brown rice story.
Oh
Um,
God.
Barbara, you need to make a standalone video about brown rice because everybody always asks you to tell it again. And um, oh yeah, and this is a good point. Be of service to others on your YouTube channel, and the universe will bring it back to you.
There it is.
That is happening. And everybody go, okay, CB, I want you to do something right now. I want you to type the word love bacon. Exclamation love bacon. Exclamation love bacon. It will drop your channel. And everyone, when he does that, go out and subscribe to CB. So
Seriously said, I don't think you can do a video about the brown rice.
eh, well, that might be true. You might have to kind of censor it a little bit or beep yourself out. I don't know. Did you hear the brown rice story, Aaron?
I've heard of it. I heard the song, so I'm clued into it.
The song is awesome. The song is amazing. I don't know if I'm gonna put that on my channel because that's meant for Barbara's channel, but that song is epic, the brown rice song. So, Barbara, you need to get that somehow up on your channel. If you need me to make a music video, I don't know how I would do that, but let me know. There we go. CB just posted his channel. All right. What else do you want to add? I want to be respectful of your time, so we're going to end it. Let's see, we started at 7. It's almost 9. Um, what else, Aaron? What else? What else is going on in your world?
Oh, not much. Not much at all.
Oh, here we
Check. I
go.
don't know.
Yeah, see, it
What's
works. Uh, Jerry asked 8 Ball if you're a boy or a girl, and it said, "No, outlook not so good."
yes or no questions, Jerry?
Yeah. Okay, let me just go through here and see if there's. Yeah, I didn't know this, but Kiltz's daughter even works behind the scenes.
It's
Oh, so
awesome.
Rick, you just posted 8 Ball and it just said outlook good. You gotta ask it a question, yes or no. Oh, thank you,
Well,
Jerry. You don't have to buy all of your gifts there. Um, I'm trying to continue to add to it, but I'm not gonna get rich off of that. I just want to keep it active. So if someone could buy something from me once a month, that would keep it active. George says Carrie tried to AI me. I had to send him an actual photo. It was awful. I wonder what program he's using because I've used Chat GPT and I've used Grok and they're okay. Like they're okay. And my actual AI that I use for myself is on Facebook, but I can't do anybody else on Facebook because it pulls it from my profile. I tried it once and then the next time it made me into a dude. So I can no longer upload other people's photos onto my Facebook because it doesn't work. Um, Bill Cook says he doesn't wear makeup.
you don't wear makeup? Me
And
either.
Jerry says you should. I always wear makeup.
I can't
And
do
it
it. I
doesn't
don't like the way, I don't like the way makeup feels on my face. It
I
just
don't
feels weird.
and honestly, I don't know. Well, you are beautiful. I mean, everybody thinks how no one believes you're the age you are. Someone
Guys, I'm so
asked,
old.
yeah, someone asked, are you like 20? Oh,
Uh,
Tom
ah,
Thomas has a question. If you
no.
combine butterballs, oh my gosh. I don't know if I can read
Stop.
this.
Don't read
Oh,
it.
what did I do?
I
Oh,
don't
I
know.
knocked my camera. I just lost my camera.
Oh,
I
okay.
hold on.
All right.
It's here.
No, Thomas. No, 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 and no. The end.
Oh my
That's a
goodness,
funny skit,
Thomas.
though.
No. Yes. We just watched it in Grandma's channel last night. That's why he's bringing that up.
because I fell asleep. I don't know what it is, but like lately, ever since the time change, like 6 o'clock, I am out. I'm ready to go to bed. How old is Erin? If
Oh,
it's okay, 40,
yep.
40.
She answered that 40. So we're 10 years apart. I'm 9 years older than you. I'll be 50 here in a couple months. Um,
The big 50.
yeah, yeah. I don't know
Amy
what I'm
50.
doing.
She should do a Hawaiian 50 party, but Amy 50.
Honestly, what would be fun is to have a meetup somewhere, but not here.
Yeah.
Because it always snows. Okay, so Lent. You mentioned Lent. That's a question because I do Lent too. And even keto, I always struggled during Lent because of the no meat on Friday thing.
Mhm.
Do you fast on Fridays? Do you only eat eggs? What do you do?
So for my first month doing carnivore, what I would make salmon patties, but I would use salmon, and I didn't care if I used cheese, so I just used salmon, cheese, and eggs, and mixed them up, made little patties, and fried them in bacon grease. I'm
Hmm.
sure that's fine. It's cooking oil. But that's what I would eat, and then now I just do I call it protein sparing modified fasting on Fridays. So it's either going to be eggs or it's going to be yeah, I do a lot of egg. I did egg last year. I did a lot of egg recipes because the egg recipes are fun. And then I'll just do sardines too, like either sardines
Oh,
or
that's a
eggs, or
good idea. S-
maybe both.
Yeah, sardines.
Um,
Yep.
I guess I could fast if I wanted to. There is a loophole if you're still nursing, you don't have to do it. I gotta
Well,
wean the
and
kid.
if dad is still here, yeah, dad is still here. I think people over like my parents, I'm gonna throw them under the bus with their age, are 81. So I think people over a certain age are exempt as well, but they
Yep.
still fast. They still do the Lent fasting on Fridays too. So yeah, so I do that. And what stinks, what I hate is my birthday is March 2nd, and it always falls in Lent. And so a lot of like when it comes up on a Friday, I do like to go out to eat on my birthday. I like to go to a steak place. So usually if it falls on a Friday in Lent, I just go on Saturday instead.
Yeah, my
Oh, look.
second oldest, she's March 7th. She hated it if it was Fish Friday. She's just so mad. We're like, it's cool. You guys can have cheese pizza. It's fine.
Yep. Yep. Oh, and that's the other thing, like when family comes into town. Last year my sister was in town, I think, from Vegas. And so we had a pizza party. And those of us who observe, like I was still keto then, so I would make like keto cheese pizza with mushroom on it. And I just wanted meat. Like I just wanted meat, right? Which is so funny because nobody just wants a cheese pizza. They want the meat on the pizza. So, you know, it all comes full circle. Now I get to eat meat. Oh. Oh, Terry. I think the Avenger definitely adds some self-esteem for the influencers. Mine came out kind of homely, so I don't have it posted anywhere. Do you want me to remake it? I'll remake it for you. Send me a different picture so I can get a better idea of what you look like. So here's the other problem, guys. Most of you have never met in person, so I don't know what you look like. And if you don't have, especially those people who don't go live on or record videos, I have no idea what you look like. So I can't really I'm putting this into AI and I can't really control what comes out. So that's another and it's not always going to be 100%. But Terry, if you want me to remake it for you, I will. Just tell me what you want your outfit to look like and then maybe send a few more photos and I'll redo it. Cuz it's not perfect. And I'm not perfect, I'm not. I do the best that I can though with, you know, what's been given to me. So, oh, Brian keeps saying it's not school, it's space. Oh, yeah, my dad. Great. I'm going to hear about that. I was talking about him. Whoops. Just Jason Keto says he never practices his recipes. Well, you're awesome, so I don't know how they come out so good every time. Everybody's saying hi to my dad. Iguana, yeah, they were telling Rick he needed to mail me a live iguana. And
Yeah,
they're
that's
okay,
funny.
so Davis is my married name, Duval's my maiden name, so that's my dad. Duval, Mr. Duval. Like the actors, Robert Duvall and the old actors.
Well, they're old
I
now.
remember the I remember the live when you floated that to Rick. Yeah, that's happening. No, I will not cook with poop gas because I would probably have an explosion. And oh, my dad is watching my playlist. Thank you, Dad. Love you. 20 Cajun shrimp. Yes. Okay, one more question, and I'm gonna let you go soon. But do you do any seasonings? Like, do you like spicy foods, and do you do any seasonings at all that maybe
I
are?
used to like spicy stuff, and then I was like, I guess I'm not really doing carnivore right, so I went straight down to just putting salt on everything, and I did that for a while. And every once in a while, like I got the seasonings, I'll put it on stuff. Like I found a Cajun seasoning that was like really clean, so I put it on like chicken thighs, and I had some, and it everything's hot and spicy now for me. That used to be not. But it was good. It was different. So every once
Mhm.
in a while I'll change it up, but I stay with salt because it's simple, it's easy, and I got it. I like simple and easy.
Oh, so my dad's saying Robert Duvall, the actor, is my sixth cousin twice removed, whatever that means.
Oh yeah,
He does. He does
must
show up in our family tree somewhere. My dad has tracked it, but I don't. I
nice.
don't know. Oh, and Miss Laugh-A-Lot's here. Nikki, Nikki, I emailed you. I gotta. We'll figure something out. I need to know what timeline you guys are doing this through, though, because I just got an extra responsibility put on me this week in the Kilts Carnivore coaching class. So all my spare time is being
Because if
used
you
with
weren't
reading
busy,
and huh?
there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, sleep is overrated, right? You're not supposed
Yeah,
to get sleep on carnivore. That's not a
exactly.
thing.
I heard a good 3 hours is enough.
Yeah, that's what it's turning into. Well, I'm not going to get through all these comments, guys, and Aaron's very busy and has a lot of family to care for.
I do.
So, I'm probably going to wrap this up. I apologize if I didn't get to your comments. Next week is the Good Enoughs, George and Laney. So tune in for that. And what is Jerry? Do you have another question? Hold on. Let me see if I can find Jerry's
She asked a
question.
question to the 8 ball. It said, "Will
Oh,
Aaron's husband ever appear on her channel?" Actually, he kind of did. If you can find it, it's a YouTube short where he hits the little we were at Lowe's and there's this huge bumble. He was like, I better not be in this. And he like steps on it and it goes off and it's like, wow. And I'm like, this thing's awesome. He's in there somewhere.
so Jerry, when you post a question and you put QQ, I have a filter over here that just pulls the things with QQQ. You have to type the question after the QQQ, otherwise I don't see it. Okay?
Faces.
So if you do QQQ and emojis, that doesn't tell me what the question is because I'm filtering out the ones with um oh my gosh, Rick, really?
Is
What's
Aaron
it?
really? Oh God, 8 ball. I hope so.
Uh
Is he gonna answer? I bought, but better not tell you.
yeah, so if you oh, yeah, we answered that one. Let me just see if I can find the other QQQ. She just posted QQQ's oh, okay, I got to share this. Okay. I love you, girl. Terry, no, Amy, I didn't even want to make the one you did. I donated the money so you can make one for someone else. You little brat. I'll redo it, girl. If you don't like it, just tell me what do you want it to look like. And what I'll redo it, girl. Don't worry about it. Some of them, no matter how hard I work on them, they come out like crap. Like I wish I could have gotten Dr. Nelson's a little better. It made him try.
Like
It
preview
tried.
it so we can all look at it.
It.
Preview it. Let's see it.
I can't. You guys want me to preview it here
Yeah, just a little bit.
for reals?
Yeah, we'll tell you.
All
I'll tell
right.
you.
Well,
I'll tell
it's dropping. No, it's gonna drop on my channel. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull this up. I don't think it turned out as good as it could have. I think it's this right here. Oh wait. Hold on. We'll do this. We'll we'll do this and then we will end the live stream. Which one is I might have to pull it up on my oh, here it is. Okay. So, I'm going to pull this up. It's going to automatically play it. Okay, then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to share my screen. Share screen. Screen. All right. So, this is releasing on my channel here in a couple of days. Window. Okay, this one. All right. All right, let's see if we can see this. Can you guys all see my screen? Let me move this over and we'll play it.
you. Awesome. What is he fighting?
Bread monster?
Doughboy. That was awesome. I think yeah, I agree. I think it's gonna like that. It's great. Is that a cucumber? What is that? That's scary. This is such a scary world. That's awesome. I think it's great.
Some of
It's
the,
great.
some of the shots don't look like him. Also, Alia's, I think some of the shots don't look like her. But you know what? This is some of yours don't look like you. Some of mine don't look anywhere near like me. It's a likeness, so I mean they're not 100% perfect. But you like it?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
None of them none of them gave me names either, so I had to make Dr.
I,
Kiltz's is the best. Dr. Kiltz's is the best. It
oh,
is.
cute.
When that one comes out, mind blown. Mind blown. It's hilarious. All right, guys. I gotta let Aaron go. Don't forget next week is George and Lainey. Oh, and Friday pajama party.
Hey,
Juliet's hosting pajama party, and she's probably gonna let people on. So if you want to potentially come on, wear your pajamas, and yes, wear your pajamas and show up Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. And don't forget about the closing credits. And thank you, Aaron. Let's do this again. It was so much fun.
yeah, so much fun. You're welcome.
And see you in the morning, right? At 8 or 7
Yeah,
or 7 East Central, whenever you're.
yeah, whatever. I gotta make a thumbnail or something.
Me too. All right. Thank you. Have a good night. I'm going to play the closing credits now, guys. See you soon.
Oh, yeah. Lights fade low, the bacon's done. We rocked the stream and had some fun. Keto rock stars in the rocking crew. Stay strong, we're gonna roll. Yeah, we're gonna keep rolling on. We're gonna keep rolling on. Yeah, we're gonna keep rolling on. Yeah, we're gonna keep rolling on. Rockin' till the credits roll.